Folks, will you please welcome John Francis.
Thank you for being here. And I always start by playing some music and thanking the people who are here for being here, because after 17 years of not speaking, those are the first words that I said. Thank you for being here. And my mother and father and the media had all gathered in Washington, D.C., and it was on Earth Day, the 20th anniversary of Earth Day, that I started to speak. And as I said those words, my mother jumped up and she said, "Hallelujah, Johnny's talking." And so I want you to think about, what it would be like if you didn't speak to your parents for 17 years, and then you started talking again. They might be happy, or they might say, "Darn." My mother said, "Hallelujah." My dad, he was really different. He kind of said, "Well, that's one." And my father said that because, see, he would follow me around, and he wanted me to start speaking and to start driving in cars. So the speaking was one, and I still hadn't been driving in cars, so he was saying, "Well, that's one." He wasn't happy with that, just one. And after I said these words, I turned around because I hadn't heard myself speak for 17 years. And I didn't recognize my own voice. So I turned around and looked to see where this voice was coming from and who was saying what I was thinking. It's like I kind of turned around and looked, and when I looked, I realized that it was really me that was speaking. And I thought that was pretty funny, so I kind of chuckled. I was sitting there laughing, and my dad looked at me and says, "Yeah, he really is crazy. Look at him." They're laughing. And so it's really good to be here to speak with you. And I'd like you to imagine this journey that I'm going to tell you about, because I think this journey is a metaphor for all our journeys, and that this possibility does exist in all of us. And the first thing I want to say is, though, what I learned from 17 years of not speaking and 22 years of just walking around and listening to people. I want to say this now because maybe I'll run out of time or something, and I think it's really important that the environment, after studying all the way up at a PhD level and the informal level of walking in many human communities, the environment that I thought was just about human-made ugliness, pollution, endangered species, loss of habitat, climate change, all of those things, and they're very important things, are not only, it's not only that. It also includes, because we're part of the environment, how we treat each other. In fact, if we're part of the environment, our first opportunity to treat each other, to treat the environment in a positive and sustainable way. Even to understand what sustainability is through our relationships with ourselves and each other. So I started